r/ask Reddit. What common sayings are total BS? We're all in this together. During these unprecedented times. Cancel anytime. Someone has a gym membership. Flattery will get you nowhere. The opposite is more true in my experience. Absolutely, you can get a lot using flattery. Just follow your dreams. I feel like people hear this and use it as an excuse to do whatever they want and expect things to happen. It should really be, follow what you're passionate about but set realistic goals and expectations. I'm sick of following my dreams. I'm just going to ask where they're going and hook up with them later. Midge. Cheaters never prosper. Too many people prosper because they cheat. If you don't succeed the first time, try again. I had a 4th grade teacher that was completely against this saying. Her reasoning? What if you're doing it wrong? Then you'll just continue to do it wrong until you give up out of frustration. So, she preferred to say keep trying different ways until you get it right. Along those lines, a drill instructor in basic training once said, practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes permanent. If you practice it wrong, you'll learn it wrong. Slept like a baby. Pissed the bed twice and woke up screaming. The saying probably has less to do with that and more toward the fact babies don't have a care in the world other than sucking on their mum's tit. Money don't buy you happiness. Neither does poverty, mate. I mean, the only reasons I've been unhappy or stressed lately is because of a lack of money. I'd be very happy and carefree if I had a lot of money. There's a very clear link between poverty and people having anxiety and depression. When you're worried about your next meal or paying the heating bill or the rent, it's pretty hard to be happy. Good things come to those that wait. Bullshit. You have to grab the bull by the horns, I say. This one is true, though it's just not universal. There are times when it's better to be patient and times when it's better to actively pursue goals. Kids will be kids in regards to any problems related to kids. I mean, it is a pretty fine line between someone acting like an immature teenager or doing something that is actually a problem. If you work a job you love, you'll never work a day in your life. Turning your passion into a career often means you just lose that passion. The quote never mentions anything to do with your passion. I work a job I love at a daycare, but that isn't because my passion is herding children and sorting out their conflicts. It's because I get paid for playing Monopoly with 7-year-olds, which is pretty dope. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I've got a hammer that wants a word with your knees if you believe that. I have leprosy that wants a word with your penis. Plenty of common sayings are absolute horseshit or and just not universally applied truths. Plenty of them we consider true are also directly opposite of other sayings that are true. Does absence make the heart grow fonder? Or is something out of sight out of mind? Or, sardonically, you have to leave for me to miss you. Every cloud has a silver lining. Hey Captain, that cloud coming toward us smells like mustard. The customer is always right. The rest of the saying gets left out. The customer is always right in matters of taste. Go to a restaurant and order a $50 steak. Well done, to the point it's charcoal. That's what you want. That's what you are paying for. Therefore that's what you get, even if it absolutely kills the chef to make it. Store policy on returns or refunds, however. You can't judge a book by its cover. Yes you can. A book entitled The Basics of Quantum Physics is probably about the basics of quantum physics. Time heals all wounds. Live in the moment. I don't think it's that simple. You can't just leave it like that. I think it's good to live in the moment when you're enjoying life and making memories. But when you work on building your file a career, you're better off planning ahead. It will figure itself out. People used to say just have kids, it will all figure itself out. No it won't, you potato. You are what you eat. I know why you, sir, are a dong, and why I was fired from that job 15 years ago. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Words have damaged me more than any physical pain ever has. Like, who came up with this? Everything happens for a reason. Yeah, tell that to people who are enslaved, tortured, or family of murder victims. Early bird gets the worm. No, The well-rested salesman that isn't overworked gets the sale because he's able to organize. Thus the second mouse gets the cheese. There are plenty of fish in the sea. Complete bullshit according to Greenpeace. Overfishing is real. Unless you live in a remote town of 400 and no real means of transportation, then it is 400. Minus you, the too young, too old, your exes, the gender you aren't attracted to, and the married and in a long-term relationship, then it is you and like 4 other people. It gets better, sometimes it doesn't. Respect your elders. The elder crowd always told me respect is earned, not given. You don't automatically get respect because you're an elder. I hate the saying it's always the last place you look. Well, no shit, because you aren't gonna keep looking after you've found it. It's always darkest just before the dawn. I understand the metaphorical point of this proverb, but no, it is not. You could say that it coldest before sunrise. You can be anything you want to be if you just try harder. I think that I'll be a potato. Realistic goals. Nobody can make you feel inferior without your permission. Boys will be boys. No, boys will act how they're raised. It's easier to ask forgiveness than permission. Had a professor who constantly recommended this. It is generally a terrible way to operate unless you don't care about working relationships. Everything happens for a reason, especially when said after something inexplicably bad happens. You are what you eat. I have yet to turn into a New York slice with light sauce and anchovies. No matter how many times I order and from who. My dreams are dead. Dead, I tell you. Blood is thicker than water. In my experience, only abusive parents say this to their kids to guilt them into allowing further abuse or isolation from others. Most people don't even know the entire saying is the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. This means the ones we would shed our blood for, the ones we choose, are the most important. I feel the same way about when people say you can't choose your family. You absolutely can choose your family. Maybe not the one you were born into, but definitely the ones you spend your life with. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content, bruh. It's free and that's a great price.